So, I have a show in the 2012 New York City International Fringe Festival. Yay! Wait a minute. That means I have 2 shows going on at once. I have 2 shows. Oh, I have to concentrate now, don't I? Oh, I'm not very good at concentrating. Yes, no, I can do this. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you gotta shut it. You shut it. Excited is not the word. Hey Jacob, it's John. I just wanted to let you know, well, the car is being repaired, which is good, and the second thing is, summer just got interesting. I made the Fringe! Call me. So I now have a show in the New York City Fringe, which is a huge deal. Out of thousands of people who submitted their pieces, mine got selected. Was it talent? Was it luck? I have no idea. I just have a show in the Fringe again, and it's awesome. Yay. The name of the show is The Girl with Her Hands in the Sand, and it's about an artist who, on the brink of financial and mental collapse, who, after the death of her mother, has to choose between staying the life of a poor artist or caving into the demands of the real world. I'm sure a lot of artists and writers out there can relate. So after I got the acceptance letter, I had to make a lot of phone calls. A couple to friends, a couple to family. My mother's very proud, by the way. But especially I had to call the rest of my team at Theatrical Gems. I had to call Jacob, the artistic director, and Claudia, the executive director of our company. See, the thing with the Fringe is that while they're presenting your work, in regards to actually producing it, you're kind of on your own to do that. So you have to find your own director, production company if possible, find your own money for it, stage manager, all of that. And I have to have this all set before I leave for Virginia and before The Last Rites of Kyle Wardak goes up at Manhattan Rep June 13th through 16th. That's right, that was a shameless plug. Boy, I like long titles, don't I? Girl with Her Hands in the Sands, The Last Rites of Kyle Wardak. I like long titles. Screw you, Proof. So in order to get everything done, clean, and organized, I've had to remodel how I'm doing things here because I have a lot to do in not a lot of time, which I will say ad nauseum. I will say ad nauseum over the next couple of weeks. So while focusing on getting one show up and trying to get all the Fringe stuff set before I have to leave for grad school, I had to really get organized. I called a lot of people, talked to a lot of directors, talked to a couple of people I knew could be stage managers, and it's all about finding people now. I've had to divide into 6 task groups. First, finding production staff, development, fundraising, graphics, casting, paintings that are needed for which is basically set, and things to do for the show at Manhattan Rep, The Last Rites to do. That sounds morbid. So I had to find 1, a director, 2, a stage manager, 3, a thing called an ACR. An ACR is the authorized company representative, the go-between between the production and Fringe. Today I'm in New York again, meeting with directors, stage managers. I gotta form this team and I don't got a lot of time to do it in. It's pressure. So I called and emailed a lot of my director friends, and one of the guys I talked to, his name is Michael Hagans. I'd seen one of his shows before. He directed Shape of Things at a small theater, and I thought he did really good work, and the way my writing works is that it's very fast, it's very clippy, it has to have the right pacing, and Neil LaBoot's that kind of writer, and if he could handle directing The Shape of Things, I thought he could be a good choice to direct this. You know, I'm thinking about it now, and this play is kind of proof meets Shape of Things. Good writers borrow from other writers. Great ones steal outright.
I want to make it as realistic as possible, though. Because, I mean, just like, obviously a big part of the Fringe is that you got to be able to take shit down in like 15 minutes, I think, if even that.
Yeah.
So, it literally be just like a bunch of papers, a bunch of like drawings on the floor, a bunch of like brushes and pencils and old like rollers and paint things and whatnot.
Basically, we go dumpster diving.
Exactly.
As to talking with Michael, you know, I felt he had a really good grasp of what the show was about and what we had to focus on. In the end, after looking at all my options, I chose Michael because he just seems like a great guy. We're on a very good wavelength with each other, and I think that'll work. Meanwhile, we still have to find a stage manager. We've talked to a lot of people, and we haven't really solidified anything up, but we're just hoping. I think the bottom line is there's a lot to do for the show. I have to look at the contracts, do the tech survey, things like that. Doing a Fringe show is not easy, and it's not supposed to be easy if you're doing it right. Sure, there are many ways to do it, but if you're doing it right, you should put all of your eggs in one basket. Push for it, because a lot of great things have come out of the Fringe. One of them was Urinetown the Musical, in case you weren't aware. A lot of off-Broadway shows have come from the Fringe. So really, I'm hoping that this show does incredibly well, gets an audience, gets attentions, and one of the things we're doing is contacting agents to maybe see my show at Manhattan Rep June 13th through 16th, and then seeing my Fringe show, so maybe I can get representation, and then, you know, I can make my career writing. And that's the dream. And I just hope that I can focus enough and work hard enough to make that happen. I got 2 shows in New York City in the next 3-4 months, something like that. The challenge begins now.